Hey, good morning. Tim Berenga here, coming to you live from WorkSaver manufacturing plant. It's Sunday, January 25th, Super Bowl playoff weekend, and we got 8 inches of snow. So we thought it'd be an opportune time to show you some of WorkSaver's snow removal equipment. We're going to start with our line of snow blades. We have these available in our 21 series, which means a 21-inch high moldboard and a 60 or 72-inch wide. And then we have our 27 series, which this one here is, and we have that available in 90 and 108 inch. So this is a 108 inch unit here, and when you buy a 108 inch snow blade from WorkSaver, it comes with all the bells and whistles on the hydraulic angle and the crossover relief, which I'm going to show you next. On the WorkSaver snow blades, the 5, 6, and 7.5 foot snow blades come standard with a manual angle kit, and that is a manual pin that goes in right here, and then you can set it at 15 or 30 degrees angle or keep it straight like it's shown here. All those snow blades are available with a hydraulic option upgrade to where you have a hydraulic angle to angle the blade so you can stay inside the cab of the tractor or skid steer and you don't have to get in and out to set your angle. And then also an option on those blades is a crossover relief valve. What this is for is that if you hit an object, say a post or something on one side, the oil pressure will push the spring, the relief spring in there, and that'll allow the blade to pivot out of the way. This works in slow motion. If you're going 10, 15 miles an hour, you're still going to do damage. It doesn't correct itself that quickly. But all the WorkSaver snow blades have a dual spring trip system, and any objects you strike, say curbs, roots, anything submerged underneath the snow that you can't see, the blade itself, the whole moldboard will trip over, and then the springs will pull it back, and it'll automatically reset without having to get in and out of the cab, and that protects your snow blade and keeps you from doing damage as you're pushing snow. And we all know anybody that's pushed snow, you always forget where stuff's at, and you're eventually going to hit something. So anyway, with the WorkSaver snow blade on the 27 series, we also have an oscillating mount where there's 2 bushings, and the mount itself can pivot 5 degrees left or right, and that helps keep the blade level as you go over uneven terrain between the power unit and the snow blade itself. Anyway, the cutting edges are made out of grade 80 high carbon steel. The skid shoes are adjustable. They're made out of AR 400 abrasion resistant steel, and they're adjustable with just a linch pin so you can set your height. When I'm working on concrete, I set them to where the blade's basically on the concrete. When I'm working in gravel, I'll usually like to have an inch or inch and a half, depending if there's a crown on the gravel as I'm plowing the snow. As you angle the blade, you want to remember to keep your mount level, because if your mount's unlevel, as you angle the blade, one side will rise, the other will lower. If your mount's level, as you angle the blade, it stays nice and level in plane with the area that you're working on. So I'm going to jump in here. We're going to run through the range of motions, and we're going to get out there and just start blading some snow. We get done with this, we're going to go right into our snow pushers. All right, well, I leveled up my snow blade, and I was about an inch off the ground. Well, we're going to be starting on concrete, so I want to go ahead and take the spacer out, and these are 1-inch spacers. And so we'll go ahead and put this back together, and when I set her on the ground, we should be right on the blade. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, so here we go. We're going to angle the blade here, get the snow away from the building. Nice fluffy snow today. Yeah, I bet all those years ago when we were dating, she didn't think she'd be standing here in 4-degree weather filming me pushing snow, but that's the joys of marrying somebody in manufacturing. Gotta do the little extras. Get her entrance here pushed out a little bit. people ask me sometimes, they're like, do you like using a blade or a pusher better? And I always tell people, it depends what you're doing. For cutting around things like I'm doing right now, a blade's ideal because you can angle it away and you get the material, the snow out in the middle. But when you're doing a big wide open area, you can't beat the pusher because the box itself just moves volume and just makes cleanup so much faster because you're moving a volume of snow. Now you can with these blades, you gotta be light with it, careful, but you can pull back with them. You just don't want to get overzealous, but you can go up to the door, lower her down, and gently come back. You want to not overexert it too much, but you can't do that with our blades here. But, you know, if you're doing lanes and driveways and things of that nature, you can't beat a snow blade because you can angle it, get it off the road, and one pass up, one pass down, and you're done, usually. Yep, there's a dock. I found it. This is where the snow blade is worth its money, just going around objects, getting the snow away from the building. Can't do this with a pusher, or not easily anyway. Yeah, the wife looks cold out there. I don't know why. I'm nice and warm here in the cab.